I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you. Greetings to you all. I am the therapist. Good to see you again. I have missed you, particularly. Hey, you know, when I'm not writing my next novel, out taking long walks, or telling small children that they are abominations, I like to watch a good horror movie. Or even a bad horror movie, because most of them have been quite bad as of late. Nearly a dozen or so scary movies I've watched this week, none of them scary, and the best one happened to be Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. It's called Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. I liked it. On this day's session, I give you 4 movies. 4 very scary movies you can easily find on your streaming service. Why don't we start this off with a recommendation? Let's see here. What great horror can I recommend to all you tasty earthlings? Wow. All these choices. Oh, here's a good one. The 1981 Italian grindhouse film, Burial Ground. Also known as Nights of Terror, or Burial Ground Nights of Terror. Also known as zombie horror. Sure, why not? Also known as zombie dead. Like we didn't know zombies are dead, right? Is there any more titles to this film? There is not. Good. Burial Ground Nights of Terror begins with a professor studying an Etruscan crypt, and he's all serious. He gets all serious about some stuff, and the dead attack him while he's exploring, or I honestly wasn't sure what he was doing. Those zombies are slow. All he had to do was run, and because it appears they've been dead for so long, they're not likely to have any upper body strength left. He could have just shoved them out of the way, but... Burial Ground, Nights of Terror. Then, sometime later, 3 sexy couples and this little boy. It's a boy, right? Oh my god, I got scared. Yeah, it's a boy. Yeah, 3 sexy couples arrive at a mansion for whatever reason, and then the zombies pop out for whatever reason and try to eat them. Burial Ground, Night of Terror. I should mention that the English dubbing of this movie is really bad.
You like my little show? You look just like a little whore. But I like that. You're turning into a great little model.
Then I deserve a raise forever.
You're getting a raise from me, all right, but it has nothing to do with money.
Actually, it's not that bad. Gruesome zombies, loads of gore, Italian softcore actresses. What else does this classic have to offer? Did I mention that this boy was a little horn dog who tried to have sex with his mom? I guess this guy just knows how to party. Burial Ground, Nights of Terror. If you haven't seen the film or heard of it, that actually happened. That kid tried to have sex with his mom. It was nasty and unnecessary, and it was completely irrelevant to the storyline. I don't really recommend it. I was just in a funny mood this morning. I dreamt that a panda bear was trying to tickle me. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that thing. Burial Ground, Nights of Terror. You'll notice the 4 films I've chosen are foreign. Not that I intended to only choose foreign films. But movies made in other countries by foreign directors do have an appeal in horror. Perhaps it's the directorial styles that are different than that of American films. Or it could be that the different views and customs of other countries are completely alien to us, which add a certain mystique to a movie. It would give a slight touch of the unknown in watching a foreign horror. You may not know what to expect, and there may be some elements you wouldn't understand. And what we don't understand frightens us. Believe me, I know. I still don't know what TikTok is supposed to be about. How does this even benefit anyone? I don't understand this. This frightens me. You see? So in no particular order, we begin our list. A 2017 Indonesian film. A former singer-recording artist and mother of 4 dies after having been bedridden for some time. Her death awakens the supernatural, and soon her children encounter apparitions, something sinister that threatens the family. Though it has the premise of your typical cursed ghost poltergeist movies, Satan's Slaves has a superb cast that can pull off believable family dynamics. I did find myself caring for these characters, and the best setup for horror is caring about the people in the story who will soon be in danger. The director knows how to utilize a slow pace and silence to form this haunting atmosphere and to make scary moments more impactful. Jump scares are smartly executed. The images and depictions of these apparitions has its own distinguishable style. There hasn't been too many supernatural movies that had a lasting effect on me. Most of them are quite forgettable. Satan's Slaves did impress me with its quality. I'd have to say this film was very scary. Oh no, this is very scary. Oh no. Ah. I'm not sure why the therapist had such an attitude that day. I mean, why I had such an attitude that day. I quite enjoyed the film. Moving on to something else that is very scary, we have the Argentinian film Terrified, a 2017 Shudder exclusive. As I had earlier mentioned about foreign films having different styles and being completely alien to us and so forth, I've never seen any type of Argentinian movie, and man was this movie bizarre. Within the first 10 minutes, a horrifying scene is presented in a manner which has never been presented in such a way before. I haven't seen every horror ever made, but the opening scare of this movie was new to me. This movie does rely on jump scares, but I wouldn't even refer to them as jump scares. More like abrupt scares, because they literally come at you from out of nowhere without warning. So if you subscribe to Shudder, or wish to check out the streaming service through its 7-day free trial, I highly recommend this movie. Watch it if you wish to experience true scariness. Oh no, this movie is true scariness. Oh, that was scary for real. That was scary for real. What the heck? That bastard got himself a bowl of cereal too? Next we have Netflix's Indian Hindi film, 2020's Ghost Stories. Netflix does have decent horror exclusives, such as Gerald's Game and Pound Sign Alive, two movies that are too popular for this list. The anthology film Ghost Stories didn't get a whole lot of attention, but what it did get was a Rotten Tomatoes audience score of 16%. I sincerely don't know why this movie went unnoticed and unappreciated. 4 different stories made by different directors. Despite each of these short films being about a half hour long, they still gave enough in terms of character development and storyline. The first story I'd describe as creepy, second story gross, third story shocking, fourth story goofy. This movie as a whole did provide some of the most frightening images I've seen in a while. I'd have to say that 3 of the stories are worth watching, because one of them is just silly. But I won't tell you which one though. Netflix's Ghost Stories should not be overlooked. I personally found this gem to be disturbing and creepy. Oh no, this is so disturbing and creepy. But only 3 of them are. One of them is just silly. Like what the therapist said earlier. Oh, look at me, I just wear a cape for no reason. I'm beginning to think I don't like myself. I guess I never got past my self-esteem issues.
You're handsome.
Thank you, I feel better. Before we move on to our last film, I suggest we take a break and I can share with you a kinda interesting fact. Now my favorite ride in Disneyland happens to be Splash Mountain, which is also referred to as the Zippity Doodah ride. Mickey Mouse once attempted suicide. I didn't know how to transition. No, this isn't an internet creepypasta, like Mr. Dink being a child predator. Seriously? It is true. Mickey Mouse once attempted suicide. Not once, but 3 times, actually. First, he had tried to blast himself in the face with a hunting rifle. Then he attempted to jump off a bridge, but he landed on a ship as it passed. Something slapstick like that. And lastly, he attempted to inhale poisonous gas from a broken heater, until another talking animal walked in and tried to inflate balloons with the poisonous gas. Slapstick. So why did Mickey try to off himself? Apparently he had witnessed Minnie Mouse cheating on him. Kissing some other talking animal, I presume. I mean, she wouldn't be cheating on him with a human. That'd be sickening to think about. Actually. Here's another fact. I thought Mickey and Minnie were brother and sister. Twins. Did anyone else think that? And here's another fact. This paper I'm holding, it's blank. But this comic strip of Mickey Mouse attempting to kill himself was made back in the 1920s. That was 100 years ago. I assume that attempting suicide was acceptable humor back then. At least they didn't try to make suicide seem cool. Like 13 Reasons Why. This has been Shock Therapy Underground's kinda interesting facts. Now to our last movie. I wanted to mention the 3 scariest movies of the 80s to me were The Shining, The Thing, and no doubt the least popular of the 3, 1985's Demons. It is yet another wacky Italian horror I wanted to bring up. Whereas The Shining and The Thing both had intriguing stories and believable characters, Demons didn't have either one. The film takes place at a theater, where a prostitute tries on a mask found in the lobby. It scratches her face, she begins to vomit green slime and transforms into a zombie. Oops, I mean demon. Then she wildly goes around scratching others in the theater, causing them to growl, spew out green slime, and become demons themselves. Though Demons is cheesy by today's standards, and even for its time, this film succeeds in terrifying you and enthralling you with terror. These creatures, these demons, are so intense and unhinged and so blood-curdling. I was about 5 years old when I first saw this. For over 30 years I couldn't remember the title, but I never forgot the shocking images in the movie and how it made me feel. I finally find it again on Shudder after so many years, and aw dang, was it still just as blood-curdling. Aw dang. That creature was like, aw dang. Well, my tasty earthlings, I hope you had a lot of fun. Because I certainly had a lot of fun with myself again. We briefly looked at 4 movies, and did some other things of little significance. Perhaps you'll find plenty other horrors that'll suit you. And hopefully, you don't get scary nightmares. Don't get scary nightmares, you guys. Hey, what is that, a bear?
Hi, therapist. It's me, Tickle Panda.
You again? I have a feeling you're not a real panda bear.
Don't you want some tickle? I know you want some tickle.
No, actually, I would not like tickle.
You don't like tickle. You love tickle.
No, I don't want tickle.
Yes. Tickle Panda will tickle you.
No, tickle.
Tickle,
no,
tickle,
no,
tickle.
no, don't.